Hello everyone, and welcome to the English Danny channel. This is a special video series where we look at the questions that you, our very special viewers, asked us. You guys asked some really great questions, and I hope this video is really helpful to you. So, let's get started. Brenda Lucatero asks, when can we use to and when for and the differences? Well, great question. To and for are both prepositions, but their meanings and their use are quite different. We use to show that there is a transfer happening, or it can also indicate direction. So let's look at an example. This is to showing transfer. He gave the money to me. And this is to showing direction. We are going to the beach. For is often used when something is being done to benefit someone else. So let's look at an example of this. I brought lunch for my friend. This shows that you brought lunch to your friend because you were being nice. I brought lunch to my friend is different and just means that you delivered lunch to your friend. PP asks, I want to know about the teachers on this channel. Great. Well, I'm John, and I'm an English teacher, and I'm very passionate about learning and teaching. I also have some other hobbies like playing guitar and traveling. Sarah is actually my wife. We are married, and she's also an English teacher. Danny and Dawn are both also English teachers, and they have a lot of experience and love to help people learn. Let's see. Aruna Sharma asks, she wants to know about how to learn American accent because she's a great fan of America. Well, hi Aruna. I am also a great fan of America. If you don't live in America, it can be difficult to speak with an American accent. However, I think if you think about where you can listen to American accents, think about it. Well, you can hear them in movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, and podcasts, things like this. So you can actually learn about the American accent from these things and practice saying the words at home or with your friends or something like that. These movies and these videos and podcasts, they're very important because they are real American people with authentic accents like me. So they are really good resources for learning about the accent. Okay, let's see. Saeed Sip, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He asks, when I speak in English, I'm trying not to think in my language. However, after a while, I just completely stop and nothing comes to mind. Actually, it's the same when I speak my language about something that I've heard or known in English. I can't find the right words, even in my mother tongue, because, for example, I heard it from the news in English. Some people think I want to tell them how good my English is when I say, what was the word to describe this or that? What do you think? Is it a common problem? Thanks a lot. Well, hello, Saeed. This is a very good question. I think this can be a common problem for some people. First, good job, really, good job on trying to think in English. This is a very difficult thing to do, and I'm happy that you are practicing these kinds of things. As far as not being able to find the right words, this also happens to native speakers of English. People forget the names of simple objects all the time. So in English, we use a lot of like placeholder words so that we don't have to remember specific words all the time. These words are words like thing or stuff. So it might be a good idea to study how to use these words. Maybe we'll make a video about it. Let's see. Anna Francisca says, please make a video about conditionals. Well, hi Anna. Sure. If we make one, then you will be the first person to know. See, I used a conditional. Don't worry, we will make a good video for you soon. Mojtaba Rehani says, what's the differences between these sentences? I hear that you're leaving us. I've heard that you're leaving us. And I heard that you're leaving us. Hi, Mojtabi. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. And if I'm not, please forgive me. The differences between these sentences are just the tense of the word. However, it's important to see that all three sentences have essentially the same meaning. Someone is leaving, and you heard about it at some point in the past. So actually, you can use any of them to express this meaning. Lolly Lolly says, hello from France. You have to study grammar or reading, and that would be enough, as some teachers say. Please, what do you think about that? Hello, Lolly. Thanks for being a longtime viewer and subscriber. Well, grammar is important so that you can correctly communicate your meaning. Reading is a fantastic way to learn grammar. I would not limit your learning to only those two areas, however. I always tell my students that they need to use every resource they can, as long as they enjoy it. So, movies and TV can be a great way to learn how to correctly use grammar because they are authentic uses of the language. And a lot of people like to learn from music too. Emaine, BLK, says, is the imitation technique, does that help me to improve my speaking skills, and how can I use it correctly? Thank you so much. Well, hello. Imitation is an important part of improving your speaking skills. I always recommend that my students imitate words or phrases or sentences they hear in videos or TV or movies. Imitation is a very good way to improve. One thing you really want to do is repeat the imitation many times. I always say that you should practice something over and over again until you memorize it. Rawaida Jaff asks, why don't I understand English songs or fast songs? And the best app for learning or the best way, and thanks. Hi, Rawaida. Well, if English is not your first language, it can be hard to understand anything. Singers often sing very quickly or use strange ways of talking, like slang. Slang is very informal and often incorrect. So it can be very difficult to understand, even for native speakers sometimes. What's the best app for learning? M. Irhad also asked this question. I personally, I think vocabulary is the most important part of learning a language. So I highly recommend apps like Anki or Memrise for this. They both focus on vocabulary learning, and Memrise also has some grammar exercises. They have different levels, and they use a researched method of study to help you improve. You can also just have have the app on your phone, and you can study when you're on the bus or when you're sitting down somewhere not doing anything. It's a very easy way to study. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next time we make another announcement for you to ask some questions. I really love hearing your questions. Thanks for tuning in to the English Janny channel.